your other pieces that you've been working with. And this is probably where I'm going to start swearing because there's a lot of elbow grease involved and just trying to get it perfectly centered and stuff. So, I'm going to take my giant armor piece here, and I'm going to move the camera a bit up. Don't mind my very non-sexy pose in the back here. Okay, so because this is classified as being on the right side, because I made the one for the right side, we're going to be trying to stick it on the front here, up like this. And we're going to round it out so that it actually has that full nice effect on it. Unfortunately, what I have to check first though is my neck piece, how it actually is centered with the rest of my armor right now because I don't have it attached yet. Alright, so we're going to heat the piece up where we need to actually stick it. This part is very, very delicate, so once you heat it up enough, it will be flexible enough to move. Just be careful because it is hot, like I said before. And because we are going to be using this to connect it, this is the patience part that I was talking about earlier. You're going to want to hope that you don't burn yourself too much when you're doing this, because you're going to have to reheat a few times in a row. Also note that if it doesn't add up very well, by saying that I mean sticking to the actual piece itself, you could always use little scraps of Worbla to push it together so that you don't have any sort of opening for it. As long as it sticks, it's going to be okay, because I mean you're just going to be ending up painting over it anyways once it does dry. Right now it's just very, very hot, so it's not cooling off as much and it's not staying in proper shape. So I'm just gonna try to let it dry out first a bit, so that if I know I need to re-stick it or if I need to reinforce it, I will. Armor is very important to reinforce, and this is something that's actually taught a lot by other people who've made armor, such as Kenway herself. She always says to reinforce everything, not once, not twice, 3 times, 4 times even if you have to. I'm just going to show you here. Ooh, my face on the camera. Okay, so I have this little piece that I put on. It's just the front piece of it. It's one side of the little neck guard piece that they have on armor now. So it's starting to look more like it's supposed to, the major armor. And now we're going to do the other side. Okay, so I finished putting on the neck piece to the main part, so I'll show you that right now. Check this out. So that's what it looks like after you put it on. Generally, when you're trying to connect things, you're trying to put it as straight as possible. And if you screw up, you can always heat it up again and move it around, and then there you go. So that is how you basically put your armor pieces together, or just using Worbla. It's just it's as easy as that. So just going over the main points again, it's basically you start off by making your patterns with the paper. Again, that is up to you to create yourself and not up to anybody else, because nobody really has those patterns made. So you have to make those up on your own, which is really cool and fun. And then you're going to have to sketch them out on craft foam, and then transferring the craft foam to the actual Worbla itself, and then afterwards cutting out all these pieces and then sandwiching them together to actually create like the pieces that you need in order to actually put together. And remember that you could use other pieces of Worbla to create wonderful designs by placing it on top of itself. As you can see, if you want detail, there's detail that you can place on it and it sticks directly on. You do not require any sort of glue or anything like that, which is really wonderful, because it saves you money there. Also, heating it up, but making sure that you guys get what you want, what shape you need out of it. It takes some patience. So I would recommend doing it when you have the most time off, because it is time consuming. It does take a lot of time to do this. As you can see, I've been actually working on this armor for several months now, and I'm trying to rush it as much as possible because I only have 3 weeks left in order to complete this actual full armor. Smaller pieces of armor will probably take about a few weeks, depending like how crazy you guys are working on everything, but generally that's the process itself right there. So I just want to wish you guys all the best in your armor making, and I just hope that you guys have a fantastic time with Worbla itself, because it is a wonderful thing to do. Armor making is just one of the wonderful things that you can do while you're a cosplayer, basically. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask them. I'm more than open to answer your comments or questions, either on YouTube or even go to my Tumblr page or my Instagram page. You can ask me questions as well, just as long as I have somewhere where I can write a huge answer to it, because I'm sure you guys are curious about everything, if I didn't cover everything in this video for you. So yeah, that's basically it, and I hope you guys have a good time. Thank you very much. I'm Ice